Well, hello there, friends. Final day in paradise. What can I say? Tomorrow morning, this time, we will be well on our way out of here. Well on our way away from this place and on our way back home, which, after a long trip, also always needs to happen. But what a break it's been, and um, what a what a time we've had here working out and doing our thing. I think it's been great, but you let me know in chat. For those of you who are watching, my name's Toby. I am 41 years old. I train to live an active, self-sufficient, and adventurous life. I do so by minding my sleep. I try to get between 7 and 9 hours a night. I do so by minding what I eat. I try to eat within my energy balance. I try to eat whole foods, healthy foods, lots of greens, lots of vegetables, lots of fibers. And I try to, on days like today where I train with a kettlebell, hit around 100 grams of protein to support my muscle building strength goals. And other days it's between 60 and 80 grams. Just a normal average intake, give or take. I train 3 times a week with a kettlebell. I train mobility 3 times a week. I show up for conditioning training, for endurance training. I play judo once a week, and that is all done in about 30 minutes first thing in the morning, or usually first thing in the morning, and then I get on with the day. And as you can see here, it's going to be another bright and sunny and good day in the mountains. So we're going to have to make the most of it and enjoy the whole day here. So that's what I'm going to be up to. Besides that, I try to spend time with people I love and care about and do things that I enjoy. Generally try to live a stress-free life. So if those are things that you're interested in, you go ahead, hit like, subscribe, and we can continue this conversation as we embark on this journey of health and fitness. This morning I'm just going to do a bit of full body and do 3 or 4 different exercises. And we're going to get started. With some push-ups and some swings. And we're going to take it from there. All right? If you have any questions, you want to ask anything, let me know in the stream. I'll check at the end. And, thanks for dropping by. Hit like, subscribe, and we can continue this conversation. And while we're getting busy, I'm going to talk about health and fitness as well. Because people sometimes ask me, well, why is this so important to you? And I always have to tell them that it is important to me because I learned that I might live to be 70 or 80. And if I'm going to be 70 or 80, I would like to be 70 or 80. I would like to be 70 or 80, and I would like to be fit and healthy when I'm 70 or 80. So it's the increased life expectancy that we are going to experience over our lifetime, coupled with the knowledge that the way we're living today is not conducive to making the most of all those years we have left. As in, we are not really doing a good job at keeping our bodies capable and competent for the basics of living. And I think we need to be honest with ourselves about that and about where we stand, and then try to make a plan to live healthier, live longer, live better. Because it's relatively simple in the sense that we get to use our bodies or lose functionality. And I know there are many different ways to train with many different outcomes. But what I think we forget is that basic functionality doesn't require that much. We're not talking about getting on the main stage of a bodybuilding competition. We're talking about being able to walk up a hill or carrying a suitcase across an airport, or any of those kinds of things. Just playing with children or grandchildren, not being winded after 5 minutes, being able to keep up with the stresses, concerns of daily life. There. Our second set done, and you notice I'm working with a heavier weight, and it takes a toll. It's different than a 12 kilo or an 8 kilo entirely. So, how do I do this? Well, the main thing we need to learn is how to be consistent. Okay? Because if we can be consistent, doesn't matter what we do, whether it's eating better, sleeping better, moving better, spending better time with friends, doing something that we're learning for the sake of learning, we're going to get better at it over time. All right. And being consistent is one of the hardest things to do, especially when it comes to health and fitness. The funny thing is, if we're not healthy, if we're out of shape, if we're overweight, if we're losing muscle tone, muscle strength, we're very consistent in all of the habits that lead to that, right? We're not sleeping enough, not moving enough, not eating enough. So, we're consistently overeating, overdrinking. And that is how we get to our current state of health and fitness. The thing about those behaviors is those behaviors is that they're easier. It's easier to sit down and eat something that's pre-made, comes out of a bag, delivered, than it is to actually cook something, prepare something fresh and balanced. Which I think is something we sometimes forget. So, we are consistent, but we're consistent with the things that come easy, the things that we can simply do, the things that we can rip open, we can do without moving, sitting, watching TV shows, doom scrolling. And the squats. And we're going into the final round, I believe. Okay. So you can sit and not move, not be active. Convenient foods all around. Convenient foods all around. And basically, all our needs are met. So we don't have to worry about all the things that make life worthwhile. But all that comfort comes at a big cost. Okay? And that cost is that we forget that to be alive is to move. Okay? To be alive is to be alive is to move. To be alive is to be active. To be alive is to lift heavy things, whether physically or mentally. Push forward, learn, and grow. In fact, it's what we're designed for. To survive, learn, and grow stronger till we can't anymore. So, when it comes to your health and fitness journey, actually, you are very consistent. In what you've done, and you are probably going to remain very consistent. The choice you have to make is what you're going to be consistent in. That's why the banner of this program says, show up and do the work. The last set of squats, and we're going to be done for today, friends. There we go. 20 minutes today. 20 minutes. More than enough for what's to come. For what the day is going to bring. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe, friends. If you're interested, I'm going to be making myself a cup of coffee. And I will be sitting here, relaxing. And just talking about life for a bit. But hey, in the meantime, go ahead, hit like, subscribe, and we can continue this conversation any other way. Remember, it's about being consistent. It's about showing up, doing the work. You're good just the way you are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. So, let's go ahead and continue. Make the most of life in the best way that we can, all right? And I think one of the best ways to do that is to stay fit and stay healthy and to make the most of life that way. Take care, friend. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, subscribe. For those of you who are watching, Blake Williams said hi, thanks for dropping by. A language I cannot read, thanks for dropping by. Saying hi. How are you doing today? I'm doing Really good, Malik. Thanks for dropping by, saying hi. I hope you're doing all right as well. And I hope life is treating you well where you're at in the world. Remington Wade said hi. Thanks for dropping by, saying hi. And go ahead, hit like, subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow or in a few minutes.